号场地即将进行的是男子双打比赛，有请技术官员出场。
So, disappointments for the home fans with that mixed doubles, but what an achievement by the Danes. Next up, we've got more home involvement because we've got the former world number ones, Junhui and Yuchen, up against the current world number ones, Marcus Fernaldi, Gideon and Kevin Sanjaya, Sukamuljo. Well, as far as the Super Series standings are concerned, the top 6 pairs on that list have won a Super Series this year. In fact, the top 6 have won all 10 previous Super Series played so far this year. And of course, Gideon and Sukamuljo, who we're about to watch, have been in 6 finals, winning 4 titles. And the Danes, Bo and Mogensen, they've also been in 4 finals. The opponents of the number 1 on the list in the match we're about to watch at the moment, Junhui and Yuchen, have been in 3 finals. So really the top 6, they're absolutely outstanding this year. So as far as the men's doubles draw is concerned, 5 different nations involved by quarter-final stage, 2 Chinese pairs, 2 Indonesian pairs and 2 Danish pairs. We were down to 3 seeds by semi-finals, and of course we're showing both semi-finals this afternoon. 3 different nations, 2 Indonesian pairs. It's the 4th time this year that we've had 2 Indonesian pairs at semi-final stage in the men's doubles. The last time was the Denmark Open, and the time before that Singapore and India. So Indonesian men's doubles really enjoying a purple patch at the moment.
Umpire Kristen Johansson, Denmark. Service judge Gerald Arsenault, Canada.
So we await for the 2 pairs to be called on to courts. For the number 1 seeds, the defending champions Marcus Fernaldi Gideon and Kevin Sanjaya Sukamuljo. This is only their 2nd appearance as a pair, which obviously means that when they won the title last year, they won the title at their 1st attempt here as a combination. That's pretty incredible stats. For the number 4 seeds, the 2 tall athletes from China, Junhui and Yuchen. This is a 4th appearance here. The best they've achieved was a quarter-final 2 years ago when they lost out to Go Sung-hyung and Shinbek Chul, having beaten the number 1 seeds Lee Yong-dae and Yu Young-sung in the 2nd round. Also made a bit of a name for themselves in 2014 because this pair from China actually beat the number 2 seeds Mohamed Hassan and Hendra Setiawan in the very 1st round, before losing in the 2nd round to Hashimoto and Hirata. They were a little disappointing by their own standards last year. Li and Liu, they lost in the 1st round when they were the number 3 seeds to Hoki and Kobayashi. Oh, if you've watched this man before, Kevin Sanjaya Sukamuljo, you'll know that he's pretty exciting to watch. Very, very fast indeed. This is the 4th meeting between these 2 pairs. The previous 3, it is the Indonesians who have in fact won the last 2. The last time they met was in the quarterfinal of the Malaysian Super Series. The Chinese pairs stormed through the 1st game, as you can see, before losing in 52 minutes. So there is Marcus Fernaldi Gideon, 26 years of age, born in Jakarta, and he has actually played in 10 Super Series tournament finals, winning 8 of them with 2 different partners, because he won the French Open as a qualifier with Marcus Kido. That was in 2013, but since he's joined up with this man, Kevin Sanjaya Sukamuljo, the 22-year-old from Banyuwangi, at the easternmost end of Java. They became world number 1s, first of all, in March earlier this year. They're enjoying their 20th week as world number ones in their 3rd spell. Now, as you can see, all of their matches in 2 straight games, including a 2nd round victory over the pair that won the French Open. 29-27 that opening game. Saved 3 game points, won eventually on their 6th game point. And then yesterday in the quarterfinal against last year's All England champions, Ivanov and Sozonov, 2 straight games. So to the tallest man on court, the 22-year-old from Anshan City in Liaoning province, Li Junhui. His partner Liu Yuchen is also 22 years of age, 2 centimetres shorter than his partner. Now they're currently number 5, spent a total of 10 weeks as world number ones over 3 separate spells. And as far as their matches so far, well, they had 3 games in the first round against Govi Shem and his new partner Teo Yi.
Ready to play?
1 hour and 7 minutes that one. And then the qualifiers in the 2nd round, Chai Biao, who'd been in 3 finals here at the China Open with new left-handed partner Wang Shikan. Then they beat the world champions in yesterday's quarter-final, Liu Cheng and Zhang Nang. That was also in 3 games. So, of course, they were the number 1 seeds at the World Championships, Li Junhui and Liu Yuchen, but didn't have the best of World Championships. They lost their very first match, which was the 2nd round of the tournament, and then their teammates went on to win gold. So perhaps a point to prove in the quarter-final yesterday against the pair that won that gold medal.
Liu Yuchen, China. And on my left, Marcus Fernaldi, Gideon, Kevin Sanjaya, Sukamuljo, Indonesia. Kevin Sanjaya, Sukamuljo to serve, to Li Junhui. Level, play.
Christian Johannesson from Denmark calls for play to get underway.
1 love.
Indonesian coach Ariona Miranat.
Service over. 1-0.
He Hanbin and Chen Chi-chu on the coach's bench for the Chinese pair. Good judgment.
Service over. 2-1.
Steen, I was saying about the Super Series standings in the men's doubles at the moment. It's quite incredible that the top 6 pairs on that list have all won a Super Series tournament this year, and between them have won all 10 Super Series tournaments so far this year. It's extraordinary, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's also the 6 pairs that that have already qualified for the Super Series finals. Mas Conrad and Mas Colling virtually qualified, can still miss out if their chasers play a final or at least a semi-final in Hong Kong. But the last spot is the number 8 spot currently held by Takuro Hoki and Yuko Kobayashi.
Well, it seems very fitting that all winners of the men's doubles titles this year get to qualify for the Super Series finals. That's not the case in the women's doubles, is it? Because in the women's doubles, there's 3 pairs.
4 pairs from Japan.
Well, and yeah, very good point. But also, there's 3 pairs outside the top 10 at the moment have all won a Super Series title. Lee So-hee and Shin Sung-chan, Poli and Rahayu won in Paris, and Hwang Ya-xiong and Yu Xiao-han, who are just outside the top 10, they won in Korea. So there's 3 pairs in the women's doubles who have won Super Series titles this year, with one of the Japanese pairs as well. So there's going to be 4 pairs that have won titles who won't qualify, or may not qualify.
So still a lot to play for in that women's doubles in terms of Super Series qualification.
Yeah.
Super Series finals qualification.
So the challenge from the Chinese pair. It's clearly out.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. Service over. 5-4. Play.
Oh yes.
Follow up.
I said he was quick.
6-4.
Oh my goodness. They just stepped into that smash.
Yeah. Normally it comes down from quite steep angle from Lee Junhui. That was not the case here. Start for the Indonesians here for Gideon and Sukamuljo.
Nine,
危险很大的啊！你的球没有往下走啊。
Oh my goodness, that's
Fantastic
outrageous.
shot. 10-4.
Well, you won't see better than that, will you? How does he do that?
And how many times has he missed during practice where his partner's shaking his head and saying, why don't you just kill it normally?
Well, his partner will be pretty happy with him right now, because this is 7 straight points to have a 7-point advantage at the mid-game interval. Only 6 minutes played. The 2 coaches, dwarfed by the tallness of their players. They are both very tall athletes.
Total opposite on the Indonesian side.
Yes.
Quite a tall Indonesian, Ariona Miranat.
Play. Round is over. 5-11. Service over.
Interception again by Sukamuljo.
12-6.
Oh, that's a good angle across the body of Junhui. That's the problem for tall athletes, twisting and turning, getting the body out of the way, giving yourself the freedom to play the shot. Yeah, they just can't deal with the pace of the attack at the moment, the Chinese pair.
No, and they're playing with the drift, so the defense is really, really hard to get the right length at. And if you can't get the correct length on the defense against these two Indonesians, then you can't hold them simply. They're so quick on their feet and have so much variation on their attacking play.
15-6. Service over. 7-15. No. 8-15. Service over. 16-8.
It's been a while since there's been a Chinese winner in men's doubles here in the tournament.
Well, last year was the first time ever there was no Chinese winners in any discipline at the home tournament. We've never had a home winner in the men's doubles here at the China Open since it's been a Super Series.
9-16.
That's extraordinary because, I mean, that's in the reign of Fu Haifeng and Zhai Yun.
Yeah. The last time a Chinese pair won was 2001. Zhang Jun playing with Zhang Wei.
So it's pretty much the coaches who's won it the last time.
Yeah. Head doubles coach.
Service over. 10-17.
It was only 2 years ago that the home players had a finalist here. Chai Biao has been in 3 finals since it's been a Super Series. Last time was 2015 with Hong Wei.
So easy nowadays because there was this rule change a number of years ago with that sort of nullified this national separation. I think was it when the Super Series was introduced?
I think it may have been.
Anyway, around maybe 10 years ago or something like that. Before that, there was national separation, so that if you had 4 pairs, they would be in each of the 4 quarters and so on.
Yeah.
Here we have pairs from the same nation knocking each other out. Could be Japanese pairs in women's doubles at the moment, and as we saw yesterday, Liu and Lee knocking out the world champions.
Yeah. Oh.
2号场地即将进行的是男子单打比赛，由来自丹麦的维克多·阿萨姆森对阵来自中国香港的伍家朗。
Match of Court 2 in main singles between Victor Axelsen from Denmark and NG Colon Angers from Hong Kong, China.
本场比赛裁判员苏晓峰，中国；发球裁判员郑茵茵，中国。
Umpire Su Xiaofeng, China. Service judge Zhuang Yingying, China.
Oh my goodness.
Service over.
It's speed of reaction is extraordinary, but it's more than that, isn't it? I mean, his awareness of just where to be. The shuttles seem to be flying around, and yet he's still in the right place at the right time. Push that one just wide.
So he senses better than most anybody else, perhaps better than anybody else. What are the possibilities according to the pressure this player is under and the skills this player has? And I think no one has been better in producing players like that than Indonesia. Excellent front court players, enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, I agree. So game point opportunities. No. Yeah, one will do. 21-14 in just 14 minutes.
That shot there, it takes so much touch to play that with accuracy.
Membukain dia separuh-paruh. Sekarang barangkali dia ngeroba netting atau nyodok tuh jagain itunya ya. Satu petak satu. Kedua, waktu nyerang, lu nyerang banyakin yang gedutnya aja, yang gedenya. Ke kirinya. Kalau nyerang sama yang kurus atau dua-duanya, lu nyerang pasti balikannya pasti lurus lagi tuh, kencang. Jadi yang depan jangan terlalu ke depan, agak ke belakang dikit. Pasti kencang lagi tuh punya. Katain. Ya, ini sekali-kali sedang ke belakangnya itu jaga itu gini. Kali betul. Kalau dia bukanya separuh, lu jangan def lagi. Dulu atau dibelokin. Ya, terus sama defense lu kencangin dikit. Lu kan tadi kurang kencang. Kencangin dikit. Ya. Oke, pegang terus depannya. Kalau yang tinggi di belakang banyak cuma silang, jagain itu lurusin aja, cuma silang terus ini lurusin. Ya. Tembak kok enak ini. Iya enggak kata. Iya. Oh, normal. Lu pasti gitu silang ke tempat itu.
No, they are using all of their allotted time, aren't they, the Chinese coaches? And that's a clear indication to me that they are very concerned about this semi-final.
Yeah. Lost the last 2 encounters against the Indonesians. It was it back in 15 that they beat them? Got their only victory. So we've seen some of the more successful pairings against Sukamuljo and Gideon. It's been Bo and Mogensen, where they play very, very patient playing style, lifting high. I'm not sure the Chinese pair can do that. I don't think it's their style.
No.
They're an attacking pair, and so what could they do then? I feel the possibilities lies in targeting Marcus Gideon and doing it consequent with consistency here. he's not as dangerous as Kevin Sukamuljo. I'm not saying it's easy, I'm just saying they have to try something, because just playing along as they did in the first game, that's not going to go, in my opinion.
Ought to be pointed out, I don't think there's many players that are as dangerous as,
as
Sukamuljo. So it's not belittling.
But there's a lot of difference between those two Indonesian players as to, for instance, the Chinese pair, who both players are quite dangerous in their attack.
Time is over. 1-3.
Going on. Well, hands on hips. He surely realised that there's a drift in the arena.
4-1.
There's a bit of a tumble on that service as well. We've seen.
Look at that shuttle. There's a feather messing. Can't believe they're playing on with that.
Yeah, that's the high lifts.
Sorry, I interrupted you there, Steen. When were you talking about the tumble on the serve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The service movement, and I think we've seen Kevin Sukamuljo getting the shuttle to tumble a little bit like the CDEC serve that was banned years ago, because you hit the feathers initially instead of the cork.
But he's getting it to tumble by hitting the cork first.
Yeah.
Lee Yong-dae started to do that as well. No longer playing on the World Tour, Lee Yong-dae. Oh, my goodness me. There we are, that's a prime example of what we were talking about.
Yeah.
And those players wouldn't have been there, let alone being able to play a winner off that round the head interception.
Looking worried. Chen.
Time is over. 6-5. Oh! 7-5.
I'd be interested to know what's the longest rally of the match so far. Because it wouldn't be very many, would it?
No.
Time is over. 6-7.
He must have such awareness of his racket head as well.
Yeah.
Almost as if it's an extension of the arm.
That was a boring way to kill that. I was expecting some trickery.
7-5.
they got off to a reasonable start of this second game, Lee and Liu, but I mean, from their body language, they look disheartened. They look like if they don't really have a plan or don't believe in the plan.
Yeah, they had a 5-1 lead, didn't they?
Yeah.
Eight of the last 10 points going to the Indonesians.
It's over. 8-10.
Oh, my goodness.
That is over. 11-8.
And he steps in front of Gideon, who was actually quite close to that one. Here.
Fantastic. 11-8, the advantage at the mid-game interval here in the second.
Wait. 11-8. Play.
So 11-8 and a game up. What can the Chinese do? Well, the answer with an attack like that is not a lot.
And Kevin Sukamuljo, he's simply on some of his best form today. He got started in the first game, and that's the worst thing you can do. Get him started, give him self-confidence.
Yeah.
Service over. 9-12. Ten, 12.
He sort of put topspin on that return of serve.
And his
13.
variation and his creativity simply puts so much uncertainty in the Chinese heads, and you don't really know what to cover, because when he's on a roll like this, sometimes you get the feeling that you're always covering something wrong.
Well, this is the challenge here for the Chinese pair. I fear it might be a wasted challenge. I saw that as out.
Yeah, clearly.
As confirmed by Hawkeye.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. 14-10. Play.
String's gone with that final smash from Junhui. Oh, what a good defence.
12-14.
That's amazing. Shot was down his forehand side. He played the backhand defensive shot and played it to perfection. Oh, brilliant. We're not seeing it at the moment, but Kevin Sanjaya, Sukamuljo, after the rally, he goes and did he put his hands behind his back?
Yeah.
That forehand defence swayed his body out of the way. Well, that's got to be one of the longest rallies of the match. 26 shots.
12. Service over. 13-15.
Back level.
Yeah, they've done a good job of staying in this match so far, Lee and Liu.
Service over.
Win.
16-15.
Well, he deliberately missed that one.
Yeah.
Knew it was going along. And I know that does upset some of his opponents.
That was a little late, that one.
That was a little too obvious.
Yeah.
Service over. 16-17.
Oh, that's a good smash from Gideon.
Well placed.
Very well placed.
16.
Oh, crikey.
Service over. 17-18.
Have they gotten a little bit too confident, the two Indonesians?
I wondered that. They've just sort of gone off the boil a bit and let their opponents back in.
18-all. Service over. 19-18. 18.
So quick onto that half-court push, and then the backhand drive across court, causing the damage. So it's 2 match point opportunities for the defending champions to book their place in the final once more. And they've done it. First time of asking. 21-14, 21-18 in just 33 minutes. Well, almost a stunned silence from the fans here. Well, I thought you were right, Steen. I thought the Chinese pair did well to stay in the second game,
21-14, 21-18.
because they had been 14-10 down and 15-12 hung in there, kept it close, but it was the Indonesians at will could just up the pace and
exactly. They
win
were
points
no
at will.
match.
Yeah.
They were no match for the Indonesians, the 2 Chinese boys.
So there is confirmation, 21-14, 21-18. So after the defending champions, Gideon and Sukamuljo, book their place in the final again. One of only 2 defending champions left in. The other one is Lee So-hee in the women's doubles, but a different partner this year from a year ago when she won the title. Well, next up is men's singles. It's the Olympic champion Chen Long of China up against the former world #1 Song Wan-ho. So both players former world #1s. Chen Long has won this title 3 times. 6 finals he's been in, so if he wins today he'll be in a 7th final here at his home Super Series event. Well, as far as the Super Series standings are concerned, Shrikant Kadambi winning his 2nd Super Series title in 2 weeks in Paris, confirmed his place at #1. In fact, the top 3 all remained unchanged, and that was despite the #2, who we're about to see next on court, and the #3, Chao Tianchen, both losing the first round in Paris. 6 of the top 10 been in a Super Series final this year. 2 Danes, as you can see, and 2 players from Hong Kong. And when we look at the draw, we had 2 players from Hong Kong in the quarter-final stage here at the China Open. Also 2 players from China in the quarter-final stage. 6 different nations and 6 of the 7 steeds that started. And at quarter-final stage, we had all 3 Olympic medalists, of course. Axelsen, Lee Chong-wei, and Chen Long, the Olympic champion. So the gold, silver and bronze medalists all in the quarter-final stage. We also had 4 current or former world #1s at quarter-final stage.